Youth Alive, Kingdom Giants, and Kingdom Giants, and Youth Alive. So, I trust everyone is doing good. Coming from the month of sanctification, in the month of February, we're now prepared to launch for the remaining 10 months of the year. And I hope that you are prepared. In this month of faith, it is very crucial that we begin to really dig into real life scenarios with regards to how we can deploy our faith. And you know, from our last video that we released on the Youth Alive platform, we're talking about social skills and about how our youths are very poor with social skills. A wise man once said that honor is actually a currency in the kingdom, just like you have money as currency. Money is not the only currency. Knowledge is a currency. Honor is a currency in this world and even in the kingdom. So what it means is that with relationships, it determines where you can get to, the height of where you can attain. Another man once said also that honor is the key to access. There's a level of dominion you cannot get into except you are brought into it. You know, like the case of Joseph, you know, overnight, Joseph was introduced to Pharaoh via another man. It took a man. When God wanted to reach out to mankind to save them, what did he do? He got to the man called Jesus. Jesus was the man. So in this case also, we're looking at social skills, but we're going to be digressing a little bit. What kind of relationship? We're going to be looking at 3 different kind of relationships that are a key that you need to be able to move, especially in this month of faith. 3 key relationships. Number 1, that is in line with your destiny and future, is your personal relationships. By personal relationships, I mean those that are your very good friends, those maybe you grew up with, those that are family, those that can always be there for you through thick and thin. Even when things are not going right, they are always there for you. No matter how God exalts you, do not leave those personal friends. As many of them that you can pull them out, let them follow you, because those are the people that you can actually trust. Those are the people that will not turn their back on you. I'm not saying all of them would be saints, but they are personal relationships because they know you from when you were this and when God now takes you to the next level. The second kind of relationship that you also keep are called operational relationships. By operational relationships, I mean the kind of relationships that has to do with the works of your hands. And operational relationship dwells more on mutual benefits. So it's more like a symbiotic relationship. The person is gaining, you're gaining. You don't have to be friends. So you see a man that is selling computer and he's not selling, his business is not moving very, very fine. But here's another man, that man is selling maybe an accessory to that computer, and that is moving very fine. So why don't you have an operational relationship with this man whereby 2 of you can come together and you can use his own influence on the business output that he has gotten and be able to move your own resources forward. So such relationships don't always go and that person comes to you and say, okay, please let me repair my laptop. I say, you now build the person 1 billion. No, you don't do that. You know that person has value. In this kind of relationship, operational relationship, value is actually what is key. Value. So if you know that person has value to offer, value is money. So instead of billing that person financially, let him offer that value to you, and then you can now transact or transit that into your own business and be able to make good outputs. And then the third kind of relationship is called strategic relationships. By strategic relationships, there are men, there are gatekeepers in every industry. There's in every industry you want to break into, in every level you want to break into, you must pass through those men. So there are people that you must begin to know how to manage. I'll give a personal example of someone that I know personally. And, a very big man approached me one day and said, you like somebody to come and help him with his social media campaign, blah, 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 that his guys are not really doing very fast. I said, okay, no problem. And I introduced him to one of the guys. One of the guys, being a very busy guy, he said, no, I can't do this. I said, no, you never turn down men of honor because there are strategic blocks in every industry. You do them a favor. You might not even bill them. You are doing them a favor because you know in the future that favor can be opened up for you for another transaction that will now be of huge benefit to you. Those are strategic relationships. You don't approach such men empty-handed. Bible says that the gift of man make it a way for him. You need to approach those men with thanks because they have been able to get to some place in their destiny, in their path, in their business, in their career that you are still very far from. They have paid their dues. They are known in the industry. they are called gatekeepers. You need to begin to open up such relationships, and those relationships do not need, they, for now, term them free. You do things free for them, pro bono. You don't charge them a dime, because you know that in the future you're going to come and ask them for a favor, which they will not be able to refuse at that time, because they will not remember all the things that this guy has done for me in the time past. Those are strategic relationships. There are men that have paid their dues, men that are already established. So you hold those relationships very key, because either now, in the midterm or the long term, you need those relationships to be able to move your own destiny and your own work of hand also forward. So these are kind of 3 relationships that there are many others, but this for now, I think, with the month of faith in focus, very key. So personal relationships, and each and every of them have their pros and cons. Operational relationships, and then also finally strategic relationships. So get into this, look into them, and as you drive the month of faith forward, God would change your levels. If God wants to change your level, he introduces you to men. Relationships rule the world. A wise man once said, Mike Murdoch said, we're 6 people away from anybody in this world. That means I know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows Trump. So you see, I can actually get to Trump within 6 persons, 6 relationships. But if you don't manage those relationships very well, then you can't get anywhere. Be blessed. This month of faith, I have entered into my realm of billions. I have entered into my next levels. I'm waiting to see you there also. Be blessed. Have a blessed week.